Yes, I am. Okay, you don't have to, but thank you. Just want to say, I wasn't on all weekend or anything like that. Okay. I just, I wasn't even on Friday, if you noticed. I've been off for the last 2 days. And I missed actually some really good live streams. Um, Ethan? No, it was not Ethan, Evan. His brother's name's Ethan. He got a new kitty.
Aw.
Yep, his name is Hank. Hank. Not necessarily a cat name, but he said it's. He jokingly started calling it the kitten Hank, and it's now Hank. It's stuck. Pretty cool cat. Johnny did a unboxing video. He actually had an hour-long video, which is really good. I missed it. Sorry to say. Both of them did, actually. I just sorry I wasn't online to hang out with Evan and them. Hmm? Yeah. Well, when someone shows up, they show up. If they don't show up, that happens. I don't know if anybody's going to show, so that's okay. If they do, they do. Are you giving Mac chicken? Love. He does not need to be eating people food. It's not good for his stomach. I'm sorry I grabbed the wrong food, okay? I apologize, Mac. It's my fault. But generally, you're the one that picks up the food. Okay, whoever's going to be here. Apparently, there's 2 people watching. Hi. It's weird seeing a little backslash, but like I said, I don't know if anybody's going to show up, but anything's possible. Now let's see here. Hey, folks, calling Kincaid Outdoors. Happy Father's Day to any and all dads, granddads, stepdads, foster dads, anything like that. Hey, Blake, happy Father's Day. How you doing, brother? Please forgive me. I'm eating supper. Mm-hmm. Well, just wanted to say happy Father's Day to everybody. Thank you, brother. I tried to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, the stepdads, the real dads, foster dads, grandparents, people who are father figures. They never get the thanks that they deserve. I had to take my son back to his mom today, so that's why I'm on a little later than usual. And the fact is, I haven't been on all weekend because I was hanging out with him. I was supposed to go do some fishing with him, but it was raining cats and dogs pretty much off and on all day with intermittent lightning. So it kind of puts the kibosh on doing stuff like that. I hope you did something really good with your children, Blake. Hey, Melinda, thank you for coming, and thank you as well. Just, simple little stream today, nothing fancy. Whoop. Come on, get on there. There we go. Nope, it was on there before. What happened? There we go. I got some neighbors doing some fireworks, which is really surprising since it's been raining off and on. What did you get to do? Well, we actually traveled to Red Oak, Iowa to go see Jenny's mom and dad. She hasn't seen them in over a year. We did plan a trip, but we were going to do today, but due to the weather today, kind of put the kibosh on it. We're planning on doing some fishing tomorrow, next weekend, because I had to take a literal rain check. Huh? It was not a pun, though. I've never.
No, you had to get a rain check.
Yeah, I've never really had to use a real literal rain check. So we're going to go check out this one lake. Oh, what's it called? Icarius? Icaria? Lake Icaria. And it's a fairly large lake. It's got, let's see here. Trying to find out more information about it because I've only been there once. It's got campgrounds and stuff like that. We went down, they had a marina, and it was actually pretty cool. They have a boat rentals and things like that. So we're going to give that a shot. Do some fishing. We're going to go do a picnic, do some swimming at the swimming area, just basically hang out. Ian wanted to do some fishing and stuff like that. He put his fishing pole and he said he's ready to go. Then it started raining and lightning out. He said, dang. Not much we could do about it either. Let's see here about the 650 acres of water teeming with bluegill, walleye, crappie, largemouth bass, 15-inch limit, channel cat, and wipers. Okay, I feel stupid. What the heck is a wiper? Some kind of fish. I don't know. I mean, I've heard of stripers, but not wipers. And I know most catfish, bullhead, that kind of thing. So he went to Virgin Islands. Wow. His son went to the Virgin Islands. Impressive. What's he doing down there? Besides, visiting the islands. No. I don't know. It depends on how many kids Blake has. I don't know. I know of one. And his son can eat hot peppers. Yeah. Which is more than I can do. Please forgive me with eating on stream. So this is my supper. How old is he, Blake? And Blake's just got the one. He's like us. We have one. He's with his buddy down in there. Okay, he kind of hitched along. Wow, he's the same age as Ian. Yeah. I know one thing. Ian would never want to go. He doesn't like going anywhere without, too far anyway. That's cool though. Tell them to send us some postcards or something from down there. I'm not familiar other than there's two different versions. There's the US Virgin Islands and some other ones, but that's cool. Hope you got you something nice for Father's Day. Besides, the fishing trip. Ian and Jenny got me a really nice Robin Hood book, which it's really, really cool. Let's see what I can do here. Pardon me. So it's just, it looks like it's just the three of us in here. So right now, or just two of us, but there's 4 people watching. I wonder how that happened. Who's watching? I don't know. But hey, who knows? Hey, Grace, thanks for coming. That's cool, Blake. Grace, please tell your husband Happy Father's Day for us, please. I'm sure he will appreciate it. I just wanted to wish all the dads, the stepdads, the foster dads, the grandparents, and I'm not sure who else, people in father figures, Happy Father's Day. Because I've been everything but the granddad. In my lifetime, so, which is nice. I'm here just as, things are different. Hey, J&J, thank you. Happy Father's Day to your family as well. Because I'm not sure which one of you there who is actually here. I didn't want to assume anything. Well, that's perfectly fine. Just tell them happy belated Father's Day from us. Because without him, you wouldn't have a camping partner to go camping and hiking with. Well, Blake, technically we are fat dads. But I think you're taller than me. And I'm not that big. Hey, Nicole, long time no see. Thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate the sentiment, all this other stuff. Okay, Dawn, thank you for letting me know which one it was. So we have 2 Dawns. Michigan Mom is Dawn and J&J is Dawn. Yep. So I would have to figure out which one is which, keep track when they're both in the room. No, but Dawn, I can't say that, but I am fat. See? Jenny just thinks it's just because I got more to hold on to.
He's my screen guy.
Jenny is over here knitting with some assistance from Mac. He's got a piece of yarn over his ear. Oh, I know what I need to do. Sorry. Well, folks, I'm turning on a little bit more lights here. You can see better.
Remember, have too much stuff on your wall.
I just need a little bit more light. Basically. Okay. We're not running the anything else other than the, yeah. Dawn says hi.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Grace had a Jimmy Buffett moment. Yep. She was went fishing today with her son and walking through a creek, blew out her flip flop.
Mhm.
Did you step on a Pop Tart, cut your heel on the way home? Had to go home? She said Jimmy Buffett wrote in her head all day. I hope that the picture is a little better. I had to turn on the ceiling light, which is really nice. It's all dimmer switched, so I can adjust the lighting. Even this is a dimmer, which is really nice. It's too bright. I can just turn it down a little bit. I was going to figure out what the minimum is on this thing. Well, this one's a not so. This an LED. So all the dads who are, hey Sydney, thanks for coming. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Um, as I said multiple times since I started this stream tonight. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to the dads, stepdads, foster dads, grandparents, grandfathers, and father figures out there. And that's also what I said. I've been everyone except the grandpa one. It's really nice to have people to look up to. I mean, I miss my dad immensely. He was an amazing man, and I'm sorry he didn't get to see his own grandson. Hey, Jeff. Happy Father's Day. Hey, Howie. I hope everybody's Father's Day has gone well. For those people who are dads, happy Father's Day. For those ladies out there who wish their dads happy Father's Day as well, husbands the like. Um, for the moms who are just by themselves who are doing the parental dad thing, happy Father's Day to them too, because they have to step up and be both. I am having, I don't know, I might, nothing fancy, mind you. I'm just wishing everybody a happy Father's Day. Um, I might have some people up. I mean, I'd like to get Jeff up here, but he doesn't do the technology thing very well. Please forgive me if I'm eating in front of you because I got KFC chicken. It's hard to eat cold. Mm. One moment. I'm going to show you guys what Jenny and Ian got me, which I think is really cool. Hey, Louis B, thank you for coming. This is what my wife and son got me. I've actually had this book before by this author. It's one of my favorites. and it's in pretty good condition. Where'd you say you found this, huh?
Uh,
Collectomania, one of the places we like to go scrounge for stuff. Beautiful book. I'm not sure if it's got illustrations in here or not. The one I had did. Little mini illustrations, nothing, little illustrations, nothing fancy. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming. I don't know if you're a dad or father, whatever, but happy Father's Day anyway. I'd rather be wrong than not say it. So happy Father's Day to everybody. Lua B says happy, hi to you, love.
hello.
I think she's the one that's from Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Hope things are going well for everybody. I just didn't get a chance to do much with my son today, unfortunately. Had to take our literal rain check due to the fact that it was lightning and raining here. So, since we were busy yesterday going to visiting my wife's parents, we were supposed to do something for us today, but that didn't happen. So we're going to be doing something next week. I didn't know how many children, if you had any children, Mike, because haven't talked to you much about it. And thank you for letting me know, and happy Father's Day to you. I'm not sure what to talk about in general, other than saying Happy Father's Day to everybody over and over again. If anybody is interested in bringing up a topic, I'm willing to open a discussion, with exception of politics, which I do not do. Religion, I try to keep it at a minimum. Um, yeah, they're pretty much the ground rules. Oh, Jeff, this is really funny because right before my live stream started, Jenny was watching the exact same movie on Sci-Fi, San Andreas.
no. I was gonna watch it.
No, I mean you could have.
All you started your live
Then you decided to shut it down.
stream.
Thank you, Don. Yes, yes, he is, Howie. I just some people have issues with it, some people don't, and I try to keep it neutral. Welcome back, Grace. And let's see here. Well, I'm not sure if you guys saw it. This is what my wife and son got me for Father's Day. It may not look like much to most, but I've actually had this book before. This is a newer edition than the one I originally had years ago. So what's the year on this one? This one is copyright. Yeah, this was a 2004. The one I had was a lot older than this one, but I can't figure out where the edition is that I had before. But it's a really cool book. I love Robin Hood stuff. Oh, that's cool, Grace. That's so interesting, Blake. I would love to make it up to Penzic someday, Jeff, and I would have to drag the wife with me because I mean, a week long of her being in medieval outfits and shopping, I don't think she'd have a problem with that. I can understand that, Mike. I believe the same thing. It's just today is just when lightning started going off, it was a little bit more of a safety issue than anything else. Hey, Cliff. Hey, Dawn. Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you for making it. That you are mother and father. Happy Father's Day to you. I got both Dons in here now. I knew I was going to have an issue. Oh, yes. We actually have a fossil. It's nothing fancy of a shell. It's in a rock this friggin' big that we've been carrying it from house to house. When I take him fossil hunting all the time. And for those who hadn't heard it before, I'm going to say the spiel again. Happy Father's Day to all dads, stepdads, foster dads, granddads, great granddads, and the like, and the parental figures who are in the dad-like roles, and moms who have to play the role of both mom and dad. Awesome video I saw you have there, Cliff. I also saw Evans. I saw Johnny's. I mean, even though I had been on, I thank you, Grace. I really appreciate it. I'm sure he would even like it even more. He's got rocks from Hawaii because one of Jenny's classmates from when she was in high school lives in, uh, she's on the big island of Hawaii. Hey, Don, just to let you know, J&J, his name is Don. So you guys got something in common besides being my friend. No, but this is really cool. Ian's got, oh, where are we gonna get? I'm gonna try to get some rock. I got some rock. Oh man, where are we gonna get? We didn't pick anything up in Arkansas, did we? No, but it's I've got some flint and stuff like that with my new kit. Um, I am going to be picking up a new backpack for my. Thank you, Grit. Yep. You guys got something in common. I think it's cool. Try to keep track of everybody's name. No, I ordered a new backpack because my current one that my everyday carry one is falling apart. I've stitched it and restitched it to the point where I can't keep up with the stitches anymore, and it's starting to lose waterproofing, unfortunately. I hope everybody's Father's Day has gone well. Ours was very rainy and very lightning. I mean, literally major lightning bolts everywhere. So it wasn't safe to go out anywhere. I'm just glad we got our lawn mowed yesterday instead of today. Now that is ironic. Dawn said her parents cursed her with the name Dawn. She's not a morning person.
Oh, yeah.
The irony. And I'm glad you guys are all doing well. Thank you for coming. There's no major topic. I may put up a panel if anybody's interested. If you are, let me know. I'll put it up. If you're not, we could just choose a topic and talk about anything within reason. I mean, I don't like talking about politics or religion too much because it gets heavy sometimes. I like keeping things neutral. Let's see here. Yeah, I actually got a new one. I want to show you which one I just picked up. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Yep, yep. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you the one I just picked up. It's going to be here on Wednesday. It's nothing fancy. It's a 45 liter. The really cool thing about this one right here is that little pack right there, the little thing right there strapped right there, it comes off and becomes a detachable sling bag, which I think is really cool. And I think it's going to work out really well for me, you know. And it comes with its own rain fly and everything else. So I don't know if it has a hydration compatible or anything like that. I didn't see anything, but I could probably make it work. You know, just deal with a simple. Let's see, do it have an external? I don't know. I gotta check. I could probably just strap on one of my canteens to it or something. Oh, congrats! Did she say yes? Is the question. Dawn, did she say yes? I want to know. Oh, Jeff says Maleficent is coming on now. We know. She's being respectful because we're on a stream right now, and she's also knit. Are you knitting or she's knitting at the moment?
Crochet.
Crocheting. Sorry, my apologies. I'm not much on that. Yes, congratulations to your brother and your new sister-in-law. Actually, I should have read your little statement a little bit because you said his fiance, so that means you already told me the answer of yes. Hey, Ramona Perez, thank you for coming, and thank you very much. Sorry, the picture, if you guys see up there, is the new pack I'm going to be picking up on by Wednesday. Um, there's that. Let's see here. Maybe I can get. I'll see about anybody's interested in coming up. Let's see here. My pack and stuff will be here. Let's see when. Oh, that's cool. It. Okay, Jeff, I got a question for you. How far is Easton, Pennsylvania from you? Johnny actually was here a little bit on Thursday, but he's off. That's the only day he gets off now. He's working 3 different jobs, and Thursdays is his day off. He's working 6 days a week, 7 if you count the work he has to do at home after hours and such. But he's got Olive and Slinky and his wife to, help cover for things, but they're pretty. Anne is been pretty busy herself with the hotel stuff that she has to do and all the editing that she has to do for Johnny as well. Did I get that? Nope. Okay. I'll figure it out. He's still working 3 jobs. He's working for the main restaurant, which he's been hired full time. He's got another one. He works for a food truck once a week, and he's got another job like we're working for friends of his. Yep, he is now head executive sushi chef. I mean, he's getting all the bells and whistles now. Oh, we stop that one. There we go. Let's see, what else do I have coming? I actually did some purchasing for the house. One of the things I need to take off my Amazon lists and stuff is it's something I bought for my wife and us because we, oh, crikey, where is it? There it is. I had some dishes listed on there. Delete that because I picked up some new dishware for the house. You took 2 naps? Oh, I bet. I think I did took naps too. Yeah, I did. I actually got 2 naps in today. Um, one was unintentional. The one was on purpose because I had a slight headache. Um, I've been those 10 hours. This is the first weekend I've had actually. My vacation starts on the 1st, and I'll be going on my backpacking trip starting the 3rd. It would have been on the 1st, but my sister decided that no, you're coming to my house. We're going to go do a family thing. Since she's the oldest of all of us, I have no choice. Okay, well, that's where my backpack was on Saturday, Jeff. Where it is exactly at the moment, I am not sure. Let's see here. Where is it at with it? I'm gonna. It's in transit, is all I know. My backpack is on its way. Thank you, Don. I really appreciate it. Well, every year I've done it with my son. This year he's decided not to. Due to something that happened yesterday, I told him he is going. He's not happy with it, but he needs to get out. He needs the exercise, and he loves to fish. And one of the things we're going to be doing is a lot of trout fishing. And since this is the last year he's going to be able to go trout fishing without a license, I think is kind of necessary. And I just like the fact once we get out on the trail, he's fine. It just takes him a while to get used to not being holed up into his room and stuff. He's being an atypical teenager, as I like to say. Um, he's got his own backpack. He carries his own weight. He's got to get the food and everything ready, which I'll pick up on the 2nd. With exception of some of the backpacking food, which I'll hold off and pick up at Cabela's when I get up there. I hope so. I really hope so. Like I said, he loves the backpack. When he gets up there, he fights it kicking and screaming until he gets there. Then he loves it. One really good thing about Yellow River, where we're going, in season up there, it's open to hunting, with exception of the campgrounds, which I've already got my campsite paid for. We're going to be we're going to have a tent base camp, and then we have our backpacking tents. Which, by the way, we need to get Ian's backpacking tent out of the storage unit as fast as possible. We were trying to make sure we have enough money to get there and back again. And hopefully, between now and then, Jenny and I can afford to somehow acquire a second vehicle so that way she doesn't have to drop us off and she doesn't have the same time off as I do. Because she has to work. So we're going to do our best. When we had 2 vehicles, it was great. I mean, then Ian and I could just head up there and she go do her thing. But this time it's a little more difficult. But I will be up there from the 3rd until the 11th. And it's really cool. No, I do not know how to fly fish, Ramona. I am sorry to say. My dad was the fly fisherman, and I got rid of his fly rod a long time ago because I could not get the knack. I I do fish the same way, but I use an open face reel. I just couldn't get used to the fly reel. But I carry a backpacking fishing rod, so it's kind of hard to get a fly rod that fits in your backpack. But we do love. See, I'm not sure if I have any. Okay, let me see here. I think I got some video of some of my past trips up there, Yellow River. Let me take a look. It's been a while since I've been up there. Let's see here. Let's see here. Did I ever? That's the Fire Tower Trail. The Horse Trail. I don't know about that one. I can't be sure. I have some more somewhere. I just can't remember where they're at. They were on one of my other. Is that one on my phone? I do know I lost a lot of video on one of my phones. They couldn't transfer over. I'm gonna look for video. That's just a picture. I don't want. Let's see. I do have quite a few that I did. A lot of pictures. There's one I wanted to do a show you guys when Jenny was there. Actually, I could probably post a few here. I'm not sure if that one's on here or not. Yeah, I think I could post those. Let's see. How do I do that? Okay, give me a second. Oh, there we go. Actually, I may have to do this from my phone because, yeah. Let's see here. I know. Okay. I have to go way down to find this. Where it was on my. Oh, come on. I found it and I lost it. Uh, I'm not going to show you guys on my phone because I have to figure out a way to get it up here. A second. That's one of the areas where we're going to be backpacking and fishing at. Sorry about the light. It's like really hard to see. I'm gonna post this one. I'm gonna try to get it to work. Let's see if I can do. I've got quite a few different videos here. One of my favorite ones is actually of Jenny. Oh yeah, here it is. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Oop. Oh man, it's hard to see. I gotta post this thing. Can I share this on YouTube or not? I don't know. I gotta figure out a way to upload them. But yeah, that's the way things are going for me right now, trying to figure things out. Um, I've got quite a few little older videos. One is just, I mean, I'm not sure if you can see the picture. That's just Jenny walking across one of the parts barefoot. She doesn't do a lot of barefoot walking, and I'm sorry about the brightness because it's just all the bright lights and stuff. Definitely have to figure that out. I think it's. I don't think I have that cord for that, do I? Oh, actually, I could just use this.
Usual charge.
Okay, let's just give that a shot. I can see if I can port these things over to my computer. Eh. Sorry about that. If things went dark, I apologize. I'm trying to figure things out here. It's time to, it's looking through all my video and pictures and stuff like that. One of the, it's one of the places I'll get these videos uploaded. There are going to be a lot of smaller ones, some of the nicer ones. One was by accident, it was like 13 minutes long. And it was just basically my phone was on my hip and I forgot that I was recording. And I kind of like it because it turned out to be one of the better videos. It's, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how well you can see this. Let's see. That's just one starter video that I took. I've recorded something else, put it on my hip, on my phone holder, and it was still recording. And it turned out to be a really cool video. Unintentional, mind you, but still cool. Let's see here. Did that work? I'm gonna see. I got my phone plugged into my laptop. So, okay, we're gonna worry about it. We're gonna cancel and see what we just pull up here. That's not even. Let's see here. Imports. Yeah, I guess it's trying to import all that stuff so far. So it's going to be a little bit before I can show off those pictures. Has anybody else done any backpacking? I know Grace does some minor backpacking and stuff. Dawn, I'm not sure if either one of you have. Ramona, Jeff, Mike, you're given. It's in your name. Lil B, I'm not sure if you go do any backpacking down there, but okay. Good night, Dawn. Thank you for coming. Happy Father's Day to you as well. Get some rest. Hiking doesn't require a ton of gear like most people think. Um, if you're not doing the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Coast Trail or the Continental Divide Trail or anything big, I mean, a backpacking trip could be 5 miles. You know, go from point A to point B and camp and come back. That's a lot what like Grace does with her son. Hey, Steve. I can understand that, Steve. Thank you for coming and happy Father's Day. I know that I'm sure if that's a thing down there in Australia, but we're saying it anyway because you're here and my stream is here. I've got bad knees too, Grace, but I still do it. I actually had to start wearing a compression sleeve on my lower leg due to the edema that I've been having to deal with. And the sleeve is actually helping my leg quite a bit. Hey, Carol, thank you for coming and thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. Hope things are going well with you. Let's see. I'm checking on see how my uploads are doing, if anything. I'm trying to get some uploads from my phone to my computer so I can upload these videos. I'm not sure why I can't find them. Little Paint Creek, which they have kind of do. And I've got, oh man, I'm not sure how many. I've got everything from July 4th, 2020, all the way back to Okay. July 1st, 2017. Oh, I understand that, Cliff. I heard it was over 100 there. It's been really warm and rainy here, which is really an interesting combination. That means the humidity is through the roof. We're just lucky that the design of our house allows it to be cooler somehow. I'm not sure how. It's all in the design, I guess. Good night, Ramona. Thank you for coming, and thank you again. You're welcome to come by anytime, Ramona. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure how to do an upload of this thing. I don't know. I I don't know if I can get that. Oh, there we go. Let's try that. Oh, I might be able to do it. I might. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Do I have anything? Oh, I might. I might. I might. Oh, they're JPEG files. I don't want JPEG. I want movies. No. Great pictures, not what I'm looking for. Oh, no, that's not it. Let's see here. Nope. Nope, that's not it either. Nothing there. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure things out because I'm not really sure where things would be. That's not it. I am so not sure on things. It wasn't. Oh, it could. Oh, there is a lot of downloads, but I don't think it was a download that I got it. That's true.
Or check on the left hand side, see if your
That's one. I think that might work. I got one. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see here. I was going to put it Yellow River. I'm not sure which one is that. I'm sorry, folks. I just trying to remember all the videos that I've taken of Yellow River, and I'm not sure which one this one is, but I'm gonna give it a shot and hope for the best that it actually is a really cool video. Yeah, I hope this is it. Okay. I'm not gonna put a description into it yet, but I'm gonna go next. I'm not. No. Let's do that. Let's do that. Get that. And let's have a. Oh wow! I didn't know I could do that. Okay. And I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh crap! I am so screwed. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just go next and public and pleasures. I'm not sure if that's going to work, so please bear with me. I'm just so weird. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, you're
Hey,
all right.
thanks for coming.
Hey, buddy.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you. It's not Father's Day over here in Oz, but hey, we'll all
But
celebrate
you're on
together.
my stream, which is in America, which is Father's Day. So, yeah,
Okay,
it counts.
I'll take it.
I count you as my brother, and that counts.
Sweet. It sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, our Father's Day is in September.
It should be Father's Day everywhere. I don't care what country you're in because it's just
Yes,
one of those
well-
things. It should be. Oh man, hey, how are you, Volcano Squad? How you doing? No, Yellow River State Forest is the name of the forest, and Yellow River is just what it's called. It's adjacent to something called the Yellow River. Great trout fishing, which I'm sure Steve would appreciate.
Yep. Yeah, we've got some good trout fishing over here. It's
Yeah,
good fun.
they have. Unfortunately, while they do have naturally occurring trout in these streams, they do stock it quite a bit because there's a lot of trout fishermen that go through. And I've actually seen them stock the creeks and rivers there, which is actually kind of interesting. They just basically start tossing fish in the water. By the, I mean, we're talking bigger than barrel size stuff, just with bringing them with nets and just start flinging them in.
Yeah, we have a fishing license you have to have over here, and the majority of that, a lot of that money goes into fish restocking programs. So we restock golden perch or yellow belly, Murray cod.
Yeah, we have to have fishing trout licenses here too. I just picked up my 3-year hunting fishing license, plus I added a year trout license on top of that. So
yep. And look, you don't mind paying a license if it means that some of the money is going to either improving the where you can go to fish and hunt, and also to pay for people to then enforce regulations to make sure that everyone's doing the right thing, because there's too many people out there
that natural resources here.
Yeah,
the DNR for short, and they make sure that all the hunting areas are good, and they watch out for poachers and things like that.
Yep,
which is really good too.
Well, I mean, we have, you go down on the bay and on the coastal fishing, and there's bag limits of what you can take, and that's set at a level so that it's sustainable and everyone can enjoy it, and there's going to be fish in the future. And then you get these muppets that go out, and they're allowed to take 10, they get caught with 150, and and then they whinge because they lose their car, they lose their boat, they lose all their fishing gear.
Right. Similar. It's a 12 fish possession limit, a 6 catch limit per day, but doesn't mean you can't give fish away. And for the people who actually, because we can only eat so much fish in a single day, but we like to fish. And we do a lot of catch and release if we can.
Our enforcement guys are pretty good. They go out in the boat. They actually board your boat and check what you've got while you're out there before you even get back to shore. So,
well, I do it off the shore. And one of the videos I'm actually uploading is about, let's see here. Let's see here. We're going to close that. Did I get that? Oh yeah, I just uploaded a video. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, because I'm trying to upload things from my phone. But it's where I'm going backpacking and trout fishing with my son in less than 2 weeks. I'll be gone for about a week.
Cool.
So we've been going every year since 2017. So that's a fun trip.
And look, no matter what your passion or what your hobby is, whatever, if you share that with your kid, that father-son or father-daughter or mother-son, mother-daughter, like, spend time with your kids. That they grow up and they're gone really, really quickly. So, being a good parent doesn't mean buying things for them. Being a good parent means being in their life and supporting them and doing things with them, so they've got memories of you.
That's why I'm a firm believer in memories.
Yeah.
You out of the hotel, Colin?
Oh, been out of the hotel since the 2nd of the month.
Glad to hear that.
Yep. As you can see, this is not the hotel.
Are you happy in your new place?
Much. Okay, good. First of all, you'll see over here. Look how happy she is.
Are you happy?
Oh, yeah.
You are happy. Good. I'm happy.
Wow.
Now, here's a quick, if you're okay, I'll just turn my computer around where you guys can see.
Well, she's still with Colin, so I mean, how happy can she be, really?
Well, she hasn't killed me and buried me in the backyard yet, so I mean, that's always.
Take that as a positive, mate.
That is a positive thing.
What is happening in Australia with their $125 billion that they paid France to build them a submarine that is supposed to be delivered 50 years from now?
Mate, I don't know anything about that, but if you're talking about our federal liberal government with the biggest bunch of muppets that have ever been in power, nothing would surprise me.
It was Turnbull that did it.
Well,
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
There's another muppet, the second biggest muppet behind our current Prime Minister, old Scott, not my job Morrison. Don't get me started on them.
Okay, I'll do something more down to earth. There's this Texas representative that they had a committee meeting with the Forest Service, an oversight committee, and he wants to know. He's worried that the moon's changing orbit is affecting climate change on the planet. So he asked the head of the Forest Service if they can change the orbit of the moon to stop climate change.
Yeah,
it's probably a normal thing. It happens every years or something.
She said she'd look into it and get back to him. How are they going to change the orbit of the moon to stop climate change?
Is that the same committee that was suggesting that they go out to the forest and rake it all up to help with the bushfires? Because, no one goes out in the forest and rakes things up enough.
I mean, are they going to nuke the moon to change the orbit? Is that what they're going to do?
They're going to send Superman up there to give it a push.
Well, they can't. It's not like we have the Enterprise to extend its shields around the moon and change the gravitational constant of the universe or something. How are they going to change the orbit of the moon?
They can't.
No.
Well, this Texas representative, congressman, seems to think it's possible for some reason, and he's asking him in committee about changing the orbit of the moon.
I have one question, and I'm not surprised that a Texas-based congressman can be so flippant stupid and ignorant and uneducated. That's just a given. But who told him that the moon is actually responsible for climate change? Like who threw him that little load of garbage?
There is climate change is such horseshit. I don't know what to tell you about it.
Climate change is real. Don't get me wrong on that.
It's real horseshit.
No, it's not. The effect of the industrial revolution. It's well documented, but it's not caused by the moon.
It's not caused by anything because it doesn't exist.
Well, you're all entitled to your opinion, but in 50 years, when the whole planet's screwed, we'll know the truth, aren't we?
The whole planet's going to be screwed by their stupid politicians trying to affect climate change by shutting everything down. Oh God! Thank God I live on an island, so if they try and change the orbit of the moon, the tides will just. I don't know what they'll do, but
Change your it's gonna affect the tidal waves.
Right. Right. Yeah, my wife's saying you don't want to affect the moon anyway because it handles the tides. Yeah, you don't want to mess with the tides, especially if
it can't be done. There's no point doing it.
Both of you guys are on major islands, so no.
Well, Australia is a continent, right? It's not an island.
It is technically an island surrounded by water.
I thought it was technically a continent.
We're both. So you're saying you swing both ways? Yeah. You could put it that way if you wanted to. I wouldn't put it that way in an Australian pub, but yeah, you could put it that way.
In an Australian pub. Okay.
I'm hoping the Earth is flat comment is a joke as well. So.
Yeah, probably. Jenny says it's probably the same people who think windmills cause cancer.
Exactly.
Don't ask me. It's just one of those things. Oh man, I'm just trying to
there's a whole stream of them, but we won't go there.
Yeah, but just one of those things. Right now, I would wish everybody who's a dad a happy Father's Day. For those who have not been, didn't hear it yet, and those people who are dads, stepdads, foster dads, granddads of all kinds, doesn't matter if you're great or not, and those who are in dad parental figures and moms who have to play the role of both. So
How about sugar daddies?
sugar daddies count too.
Okay.
They would have to, wouldn't they? Technically,
You know what a sugar daddy
I know what a sugar daddy is, but if that's what that counts, it doesn't matter. That's actually a parental figure, technically.
is. No.
And all the money they fork out, I mean, yeah, they should get some benefit out of it.
That's true. But that's a little bit neither here nor there, and I'd rather not go that direction.
I'm just having
And
fun
so-
with words. I'm just having fun with words.
I know. No, Grace wanted to know how you're liking the new house. Steve.
Loving the new house. So it's still a little bit of a work in progress. We're still trying to get kitchen bench tops organised, so then I can get my induction cooktop in. So I've still got a temporary bench and some little portable cookers at the moment, but the rest of the house is looking pretty good. There's
Let
a
me
lot of
guess.
land.
You've got a never-ending list of stuff to do, right?
Oh, mate, I have got landscaping, garden beds, driveways. I have got probably 500 jobs on my list of things to do next year. Yeah.
If you're not doing them all by yourself,
How you
though,
feel?
are you?
Sorry, what was that?
You're not doing all that work by yourself, though.
Oh, no. Julianne and I will both be working on it, and some things we're getting contractors in, but we'll do as much as we can. But it's just one of those things where you see all these things you want to do and you want it all get it done now, but it's a 5-year plan to get everything in place. So it's just got to be patient and do what you can. But yeah, it's very comfortable here, and the slow combustion wood fire is absolutely beautiful. And it's middle of winter here, and we haven't had to turn the actual ducted heating on. We've just been running off the wood fire, and it's been awesome. But,
Sounds great.
yeah, we've got a front kitchen and a back kitchen. The back kitchen set up with stainless steel bench top, so it's basically going to be a commercial prep station when I start to do preserving and cooking and different things. And then it's basically done, but the front kitchen just needs a bit of finishing off. And yeah, once that's done, then we can tile the wall and get the shelving up and get a bit more storage. So it just takes time.
Storage. That's what I've been working on and am working on. Like, I just put together a Husky garage shelving unit. I got two of them, one of them together. Home Depot dropped them off in a flatbed truck, and I hit Office Max today, and I got 10 of the yellow topped storage bins that they sell, and they had 2 pallets of them in, so I got like 10 of them because that's all I could fit in it's the most I could fit in my Jeep Cherokee. And because my garage, when I moved in there, I made a video. It was like just the prepper box mountain of doom, and it's like just all moving boxes, from the floor to the ceiling. So now I got shelving up, and I have vertical storage, where it goes from floor up to the ceiling. And before that was just air, and now I can actually store things. So I can go through but part of the problem is that the house that I bought, half of it's like dedicated to an Airbnb, which is great because it's booked solid and it's making money. But the problem is that half of my house is dedicated to an Airbnb. I've got like no closet space, very limited kitchen, cabinet, and like no pantry, just one linen closet. So it's like I'm building a storage shed out back, which meant I need to hire an excavator. So I hired one, but man, it was like pulling teeth. One guy was like, negotiating the price with him. He was downright hostile. So I just like whatever I just 86'd him like right away for. I mean, if you're negotiating with somebody and you want $8,000 and I offer $5,000, getting hostile about it, that you go from making 8,000 to 5,000 to zero in less than 10 seconds.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
So I found somebody who's going to do it, but it was a process. It's like the $8,000 guy had lots of knowledge that helped me not make any mistakes that I might have made. But it's like my main goal is not to have the most expensive storage shed in the history of the planet.
Yeah.
Because when you start bringing in excavators, it can get expensive quick.
We've got 2 shipping containers up the back of the property, and we've spent 2 days already starting to sort through those. I mean, we're finding boxes that have been taped up for 8-10 years. So,
18
we've
years.
had
Looked in it in 18 years.
8 to 10 years. Actually, some stuff we found tax returns that dated back to 1995, so that was interesting. So, but we've had a fire going for like 2 days straight, burning a lot of stuff out of there and sorting in that. But,
Your tax returns, you're burning your old tax returns.
yeah, well, they're nearly 30 years old, so I think the tax department doesn't need them anymore.
Well, it's like my old accountant who passed away would roll over in his grave if I did that, because I can always claim that I skipped out on certain deductions that I was entitled to, and now I want to claim them at some point in the future if I have something to claim them against. Like if gold, silver, or crypto goes to the moon and I'm sitting with a bunch of it, and all of a sudden I need tax deductions, and I can dig up some old tax returns and say, oh, look, but it's like, you don't throw away canceled checks or old tax returns. You just put them in the most remote place where you hope you'll never actually need them. I mean, unless you just have so much money that's a good problem, if you need to actually dig them up. But
once ours are 6 years old, or I think 6 years old, and that's it. Whatever's done is done.
Yeah. He would roll over from his grave and reach out and strangle me if I did something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, we found a lot of stuff to get rid of and stuff we haven't used, and so we're trying to unpack and then sort through. As I said, 2 shipping containers worth of stuff, but we're taking a couple of weeks holidays the next couple of weeks, so we'll get rid of a heap of stuff either onto the fire or into the tip, or we'll sell it or put it into some storage somewhere. But if you're looking to expand your storage, the shipping containers are a great option. You can deck them out really well.
Well, they rust out here, so I'd like wood.
Okay.
Yep. But the ones that I wanted that are actually made for Hawaii, and they have metal roofs, but they're made they're with prefabricated wood. They ran out. It's like I've run into the we're out of everything problem, and I was lucky to get even the storage shelving delivered, because I had bought them like a month ago, and they were supposed to be delivered 4 days after I bought them, but somebody bought them. Somebody sold them, the ones that I had bought, to someone else. They were swelling.
Hey, thank you for coming, and thank you. Sorry, just someone wishing me a happy birthday, Father's Day. So I just got to say hi. Thank you. Sorry for interrupting your conversation.
Dads are important. Dads need pats on the back, because we do a lot, and mums are important too. Like as I said, whoever your parents are or however many you've got, appreciate them, because when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, my father and my mom visited me a couple of weeks ago, and my dad's 85, and so I hope it's not the last time I see him in this world. But it was a wonderful visit for a couple of weeks, except I had to almost handcuff my mother to get her stop cleaning. She's like the Terminator, the cleaning Terminator. She can't be bargained with, she can't be reasoned with, and she absolutely positively will not stop until everyone is dead. So she'll just keep cleaning
until the house is clean. Yeah, I know people like that.
And it's like my problem is not enough closet space, not enough pantry. I mean, it's like I got a bed with boxes full of clothes, because it's not that I don't haven't had time or want to unpack them, but my dresser's full, the closet space is full, and I have very little of it. So the storage shed, I mean, the vertical shelving is really helping in the garage a lot, you know, and I've got the Office Max storage boxes that everybody rants and raves about how good they are. You can stand on them and they'll still, you know, hold up. But yeah, I need to build a storage shed, and it's going to have to be out of wood on, you know, post and pier with concrete footers on wood. And the excavator comes in July 2nd. And we got to knock down a few trees because if we, you know, it would be nice if I didn't have to, but the roots of the trees.
Hey, thank you for coming. Happy Father's Day.
The roots of the trees, when we build the pad, the roots will be disturbed and the trees will die. And if I don't take down the trees, they'll just collapse right onto the storage shed that I built. So I got to take out a few trees. I'm more than I already have, unfortunately. But I don't want to build a storage shed and have trees fall on top of it.
No, and trees and buildings don't go well together, and sometimes they've got to be cut down to do it. But you know, my philosophy is if you cut one down, plant another one somewhere else. You know, do a one for one and get another one back into the ecosystem and get it growing. But
I've got one that's growing,
but not near your buildings.
Well, a sapling isn't going to knock down a tree or a building, but I've got a bunch of papaya trees that I've planted, lemon trees, but I haven't moved them out of the pots from. They're still saplings, so but eventually I'll put them on the around the edge of the property. So I've got one of my long-term plans is I've got a few fence lines, and I want to get some local indigenous plants and get them growing in there. Ones that provide either living space or food for the native birds in the area. We've got a lot of really beautiful parrots and things like that, and I'd really like to sort of allocate some of our farm space back to the local ecosystem and give them opportunities to survive and thrive. Sorry? How many acres are you on?
20.
20. No, I'm just on a half-acre lot, but I'm surrounded by a vacant jungle lot. So I'm like in a cloud rainforest, kind of on a mountain. It's ohia mostly.
Sounds very Hawaiian.
Oh, it is, but it's all kind of like Scotland. The weather's kind of like Scotland up here.
Oh God, yeah.
Johnny was mentioning on his video that it's been colder there since it snowed over the winter. It's going to be a hotter summer due to the colder weather over winter time. I'm not sure what that's true or not.
Well, we have the thing about Hawaii is there's just a ton of microclimates, so it depends where you are. He said it was getting colder?
No, it was colder in the wintertime. Because it's colder in the wintertime, it means it's going to be a super hot summer.
Today's the first day of summer, isn't it?
Tomorrow is 21st.
I guess maybe it depends what part of the world you're in as to what day summer starts. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're both of you guys are in completely different climates from me. I mean, I'm in the center of the states, so big difference.
Our summer starts December 1st. That's it. So our summer is always December, January, February. Our winter always starts in June, July, August. So we don't go by this moon thingy.
Well, we don't have daylight savings time, so we never have to fall back or lean or spring forward. So Hawaiian Standard Time never changes.
Yeah, I really miss daylight savings time. I'd have it all year round. It's just I like getting home after work and having a bit of daylight. At the moment, when I get home, it's almost dark. It does my head in. I can't do anything.
Well, if it's dark when you get home, I mean, look, when you have any chance, there'll be 100 things for you to do.
Well, that's true.
So-
Maybe I should just enjoy having a bit of a break and get ready for the springtime.
Yeah, it's like I'm planting some of my stuff I planted in my vertical garden when it was still spring, and I'm only just getting around to finishing my main planter bed, raised planter bed garden like in the next few days, and so it's like it's going to be a summer planting, but we pretty much have year-round planting up here in Hawaii.
Good.
So.
Well,
Okay.
Colin, I have to unfortunately head back to work. So I've just come home for lunch to check on the puppy dog. 'Cause,
How is the
she's
puppy
on her
dog?
own. She's about 3.5. You can see her sitting
Looking out the
back
window.
there. Yeah, it's her favourite spot. So she sits there and looks for the kangaroos and she goes off her nut when she sees a kangaroo. She just goes berserk.
Not every dog can look out the window and look at kangaroos, so I think that's
You
kind
know,
of interesting.
I got up on the weekend and looked out. I had about 20 of them in the front paddock. Probably, I don't know, 30 feet away from the house. They were all nibbling on the grass out the front.
Well, if you let the dog loose on them, the kangaroos will probably beat the snot out of them.
Yeah, she's only a little French bulldog, so yeah, I don't think I want her taking on 4 and 5 foot big kangaroos, and she might not come back. She'll just chase them.
Right. Well, have a good day at work. And
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
I know it's not Father's Day there, but we're going to wish you a happy Father's Day anyway.
That's okay. I'll take it. On Father's Day here, I'll do a stream, and then you can come on and you can celebrate our Father's Day with us as well.
When is
So,
that, by the way?
First Saturday in September. Sorry, first Sunday in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work. I can deal with that. So that'll be cool.
Just-
We're going to do a Father's Day stream on yours.
Sounds good.
Okay. Be
Yeah.
well and have a good day.
Good luck with your
All right.
farm projects.
Yeah, there'll be there's plenty of content coming up for videos, I can tell you, because there's a billion things to do. So happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Stay safe and look after each other. And great to see you in the house and happy, Colin. That makes my heart better.
Thank you, Steve.
No worries, mate. All right. Take care.
Be
Everyone.
well.
Love you all.
Aloha.
Love you, brother.
Aloha. I like it.
No, things have been a lot better. I mean, I can show you some stuff here. Let me turn the computer completely around. There's a built-in right over there. You can barely see it. It's kind of dark right now. But over here we got a fireplace.
Yeah. Wood burning?
Yeah. Well, at the moment it's we can't use it due to insurance purposes. But I'm going to check it out, make sure it's safe to use in case of emergencies. So I have to basically stick my head up and open the flue and see if everything's clear or not, because I'd like to have it functional, even though if we can't use it, in case we need to. We also have a working well pump in the backyard, which is something you don't usually see in the middle of a city. So I think that's pretty cool. Please forgive me. This is the last bit of my supper.
Take your time.
It's KFC, so I love their buttermilk biscuits.
Ah,
But while we were on, you two were chatting. I uploaded 2 videos from Yellow River. And
oh,
one
I
of
heard that name. It was like, tell whoever it is to stop being in the river. You know, I mean, why is it called the Yellow River? But you tell me.
It's called Yellow River State Forest. It's a man-made forest that back in the 30s and 40s they what do they call it? It's not the Silver Engineers or something. It's something similar. They went around and they planted all the trees, and it's got public hunting up there. You can bow hunt, you can shotgun, rifle, whatever, except for where the actual main campsites are. They have a equestrian campsite that has a couple cabins and everything else. It's no electricity, mind you. but they do have really nice outhouses that are well maintained, lighted even. And so it's, it's a beautiful place. Some of the pictures videos I'm posting is about that kind of thing. It could be Army Corps of Engineers. I'd have to, give me a second here. Now I'm kind of have to look.
Fixated the public works program,
Something
like that. The people that made the dams and the waterworks first, the Tennessee Valley Authority, something like that.
It's owned by the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. And I discovered it by looking at the top backpacking places in the United States. And I got down to spot 15 on that list. And it said Yellow River State Forest, Iowa. I go, how the heck did Iowa get on that list? But apparently, it's got 1,227 acres of land for that place. And it's just amazing place to go camping, backpacking, everything. Oh, let's see here. The Civil Conservation Corps, the CCC. They're the one that planted all the trees. And I'm not sure if there's a year on that, but 1947.
What kind of trees did they plant?
Oh, let's see here. I'm looking. Bear with me here. This is all new to me. I've always just liked the fact that it was a backpacking place. I never looked at the type of trees. I know there's maple, there's walnut, there's all kinds. Hardwoods, softwoods, a mixture.
Well, ohias around here that grow where I live are all very dense hardwood. And
okay, there's maple, hickory, white elm, green ash, cottonwood, a little bit of everything. Red and white oak, red and white elm, bur oak, and hickory.
Sounds like they planted. Sounds like they didn't have a plan. They just planted a little bit of everything.
Yeah, many acres have been planted with native hardwoods like black locust and English oak, and several species of conifers. So they tried to keep it pretty, standard. Maple, basswood, oak, hickory, autumnland hardwoods. It's actually pretty cool. I've hiked the whole place multiple times, and I've had a different experience each and every time. Sorry for that being a little high, but it's a beautiful place to backpack. I get a base camp at the Little Paint Unit area, which is a tent camping area, and I buy a week there for like $112. And I set up my base camp tent, and I just got my backpack and my tent that I carry in that, and my son carries his backpack and tent in his. So we go that route, and we go trout fishing while we're up there. We go bass fishing. We go exploring. And there's, even though if we have another vehicle at the time, we actually we explore the local area, not just the backpacking. Because the backpacking trip doesn't take too long. It's only 25 miles. And we could do the entire unit in about 4 days if we were taking it slow. And we've done 11-mile days easy, and we only stopped because we ran out of water, and we picked up more water because I've got my filters and stuff. So we explore the area a lot and just take it easy. There's days we just don't do anything. We just sit in base camp and just talk, roast marshmallows, whatever, basic camping stuff. And there's no signal there, which, for a teenager is tough. For me,
you can't just look on their phones and ignore the entire planet while just paying attention to their phone, which is what most teenagers do, and adults nowadays do. So.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I like about the place. It's a beautiful place to be, and I've met some really, really interesting people. There's this guy who's a former park ranger, who picked up his dog there. It was a
Stray?
it was a stray. It came out of the woods. The little paint area came out of the woods. About, I mean, it's since passed away since the last year since I was there. But he named the dog Little Paint because that's where he met it, and it was a what kind of dog was it? A really cute little, pudgy little short-legged dogs, but they're not small dogs. It's not a Chihuahua. Just can't think of it off the top of my head. It'll probably come to me in the least expected. It'll probably be tomorrow at work when it pops in my head. But
You could add a note annotation onto the video description of what kind of dog it was.
I'll probably remember it before too long because I mean I'll look it up. But let's see here. Because a friend of mine has a dog. He's had several of these dogs. They're really cute. They're very corgi mix.
Corgi, yeah.
Corgi mix.
Well, corgis, I think they don't like to be like cuddled or anything like that.
Oh no, this one. Oh yeah, this one. Little Paint was really cool dog. Very public dog. Loved being petted. Loved being held.
Really? Okay, I didn't know corgis were like that.
Yeah, it depends on how they were raised. And this was an outdoor dog, and it did a lot of camping and stuff like that. But like I said, it's a mix, so I don't know what all he was. But
yeah,
he was
the mixes tend to have less medical problems than the purebreds. Purebreds are very expensive because the vet bills will go through the roof because they just have their own unique. Every purebred has its own unique list of maladies that.
And the year before last, when we were there, they were actually doing a cast iron cooking demo on site, and with one of the guys who had his own cast iron cookbook, and he'd make breakfast for everybody every morning for the whole week we were there. And it was totally awesome. We didn't have to cook breakfast, so we just kind of hung out and talked with friends that we met there. One year, we actually met a group of people who had teardrop campers. About 15 of them came in, and we spent a couple nights talking to them about how they either acquired or made their teardrops, and all that they showed off their stuff, which was they had a kick doing that. And they fished with us, and we just all hung out. And I met a father son on a cross country motorcycle trip. I gave them some trout, which they loved, and we met some really cool people.
Well, my current guests at my Airbnb, they got here. They were just the most unprepared people from New York, like in the history of Airbnb vacation renters. And I didn't cook them anything. They got here. They didn't have a rental car. They took like a taxi up here, and we're in the middle of we're on a mountain, hell and gone from Hilo or Kona. So I didn't have to cook them anything. I just drove them a mile down the street to the Thai food truck, and they can order the food online, and we picked it up to the truck. So,
okay. I've never been in a B&B, so I wouldn't know.
And then when I got back, I gave them each a couple of Belvita breakfast cracker deals packages, so they'd have something in the morning before they called the taxi to have them go try and get a rental car. Which the rental cars all across the nation are just very ridiculously expensive and hard to come by because during the pandemic, I mean, they didn't have any more customers because everything was locked down, and so that they went bankrupt, and the court judge ordered forced liquidations of their fleet. So now that everything is opening back up, they don't got no rental cars for everybody, and so
and used cars are going as a premium.
Yeah, it's like you could rent one. I could rent my car for $1,000 a day.
Wow.
And
but the thing is, you got a whole bunch of different things you have to deal with when you have to rent out your car.
Yeah, you do.
It's part of the business. So you got to be careful with that.
So it's like I don't want to even get into it because I need my vehicle to work, and I need it, for stuff because it's a big island. If I go have a doctor's appointment, it takes me 2 hours to drive there, and then I'd have to rent a car for, but it's like, it's amazing how much money people will pay for a rental car. if they're on vacation in Hawaii.
Sure.
But it's like that all across the country, though.
Right. Well, or you could just see about, I don't know. I don't know how popular golf carts are there, or if that would be even an option where you're located at.
Well, around here, just locally around Volcano would be okay, but if you try and go anywhere outside of the subdivisions, it'd be too far to drive in a golf cart. But,
No, that's what I meant. It's just something local. You wouldn't have to go very far with that. Just there and back again. You could rent that out, and I don't think that'd be much of an issue business-wise.
there and back is well, there's always liability issues if somebody gets hurt.
Right.
But I don't know how much it costs to insure a golf cart. But,
Well, it depends also which kind you get. You either go with an electric, which you have to recharge, or a gas one, which you have to keep gas in. But they both, do function, do the same purpose.
but
I mean,
it's,
I've seen communities up near Yellow River. One's called Harper's Ferry. I must have seen 150 golf carts in town, and this is one of the smaller towns I've ever seen, right off the Mississippi River, and like almost every family had a golf cart.
well, in Kona where I used to live, the mopeds were the big thing.
Well, you could rent those out, I guess. If the same issues with the insurance property thing. Well, it's like they file for insurance under the paperwork, and that's a little bit more.
Well,
You'd rather not go that route.
In Kona, mopeds work better because it doesn't rain as much over there. That's the sunshiny part of the state. Here we get torrential downpours, and I don't know how.
That's what I was thinking about the golf cart issue, where they could actually have a roof over their head or something, depending if it's a gas one or not. I'd rather not do an electric in that kind of environment because shorts and stuff like that. Gas might work a little better, but you have to deal with the size of the gas fuel tank and that kind of thing.
But look, they got a rental vehicle, so they're good. They don't need me to be the chauffeur because I wasn't going to do that for more than just driving them down the street for a mile. That's okay, but I wasn't going to drive them all over hell and creation. So
that's not your job. Your job is just to provide them a place to sleep.
lodging, clean, and they hadn't done any research, so I loaned them the Ultimate Guidebook. That's very popular. It's like $25 at Walmart. Hawaii revealed the Ultimate Guidebook, that thing, and it's a very good book. And so they could at least not be completely clueless, but it's like they didn't bring clothes for cold weather at all. They just brought stuff for the beach, and it's like, this is 3,500 feet up in the air on a mountain.
Yeah, you gotta know your environment. I mean, I would wear the stuff I'd wear here in Iowa, and I'd cover pretty much everything. Because Iowa gets super hot, it gets super cold. Just go for the middle, and you're pretty much good.
Yeah, I mean, I could. I mean, if I had to, I could make do with flip flops and board shorts and a wife beater T-shirt. But
I don't have any of those things.
You don't have flip flops. You don't have sandals.
I do have sandals, but I can't. I've got really, really big feet, and the average flip flop doesn't fit my feet width wise. They're too narrow.
Yeah, I have Tevas that are pretty good.
I've got some really nice sandals. My wife works at a orthopedic shoe store. These are the ones I wear.
Ah, those look nice.
I'm gonna be taking these with me backpacking because I'll have my hiking boots.
Yeah, if you're backpacking through rough terrain, you want boots of some kind.
And I'll have my sandals for when I'm in base camp because you got to get your feet out of the socks and let your feet breathe and everything else. I have a pair of water shoes, but I have trouble finding ones that fit properly because the ones that fit width-wise do not fit lengthwise. They're too long. Because, like I said, my wife calls them hobbit feet.
Well, but I think I just wanted to say I think my current guests, the book and everything, and now they got a rental car. I think they're all squared away, so they're not. It's just that when they first got here, they were, I told them stop by on your way up and pick up some food at the grocery store in town. It's a lot cheaper than it is at the general store up here. But they couldn't even.
Most likely, yeah.
But it's like they got here and I just needed to like spend like a little time, to give them a drive down to the Thai food truck and some breakfast food and give them a guidebook, and that was pretty much it. So it all turned out well. I think they're having a good time.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm. I think I'd like to help my guests have a good time. And without, if I don't have to like drive around the island 5 times or something, I'll it's okay.
Actually, you might get a kick out of where the above where according to sea level where Yellow River is compared to where you're at. You actually will be higher than I will be when I'm out backpacking in Yellow River.
What's the elevation?
831.
831. Oh yeah. Well, I'm at 3,500 feet, so.
So yeah, you're going to be you're a lot higher than I am. Which is really funny since it's got really, really beautiful views. I'm not sure if all my picture. Let's see here. If I got one more video I want to put up about a video that I did of one of the overlooks there. I was at one of the overlooks. I was taking a video of it, looking at everything, and I look down and I see a hawk below me, flying high above the river, the creek itself, and it's just like. I couldn't ask for a better view. It's just for Iowa, that's amazing. I mean, it's not Hawaii, but it works for me. And I walked there myself, which is really cool.
Well, I'm glad you found a place where you can like get in touch with nature and stuff. All I have to do is walk outside my front door. So,
well, I mean, we are planning on moving to getting our own place after we get out of this place. Because that's one of the things we're doing here is getting our paperwork in order to purchase a place of our own. Not too much, about 10 acres is all we really need. And we'll be happy with that. That and a house, we don't need much more than that.
Yeah, I'm just glad you have a roof over your head right now because
we are too. I mean, literally our living room is twice the size of the room we were in at the hotel. It's like the place we're at has 1,800 square feet, which is like
big,
freaking huge. I mean, it's bigger than some of the houses we've lived in the past.
Yeah. I mean, the size matters when you're. It's like a friend of mine in my mutual assistance group. He has like a 3-acre property, but the house on it is so tiny, and it's him and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's mom are living in this house it's too small for just me, but and it's driving them crazy. And so he's trying to build a yurt on a platform that's kind of connected to his house, but he's got a full-time job. And it's just, I'm willing to be there anytime he has a moment to help. So is a couple other people, but he runs the geothermal plant, so he doesn't have like 10 seconds. He has to keep the power on for this island, and there's like 22 turbines he has to manage and keep running and spun up all the time because it's like makes $1 million a day or $1.5 million a day or whatever it makes by powering the island. And so he just hasn't had time to finish the construction, and he's clearing out a space for chicken coop, and I got some strawberry guava wood chips off of him because he had to clear out a bunch of strawberry guava for where he wants the chicken coop to be, and he needs to put up boar fencing to keep the boar away from his ducks and chickens. Because his wife and his girlfriend and her mom just like to feed the ducks and chickens, but they feed them too much, so it's like a feeding station for the wild boars who come in and harass. And it's like they finally killed one of them with like a .177 rifle that they have, but they must have shot the thing 100 times and just not hit it in the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, unless you hit them right above the shoulder blade in the right spot, you're not going to take them down, or hit them and go through the skull. You're not going to take down boars at all.
Well, I mean, I could do it with my rifle, but I don't want. I wouldn't mind hanging out and shooting them, but I don't want to process like a 5 or 6 300-pound boars. That's just too much work, and it's too much for them. They don't want to do it neither. I mean, so it's not just shooting them; it's doing all the processing after. That's a lot of work.
That's
So,
there's a lot of work, but yeah, if you have the space in your freezer for them, unless you want to donate some of the meat to a local charity or something like that, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
you still have to process it first to make it so they can accept it, pretty much. So,
Right. But still, it's not, I mean, that's a lot of meat, depending on how big it is. One of the things I would love to do is go to do a couple boar hunts, wild pig here in Iowa. And once I would love to go bow hunting for one in Hawaii, just say I've done it. And,
I'll tell him that you want to come and shoot. If you process him, you could probably camp out on his property.
well, it would take me a while to get there. It's expensive to fly out there from Iowa.
Oh yeah. Not to mention
Then I have to get my bows checked in from here to there and all this other stuff.
Checked in. I don't think you have to check in a bow in Hawaii.
Well, it is a weapon. You got to get it through the airports and everything else. Because I'm not putting them through the mail, that's for sure.
Right. Well, I finally got some. I got some cheap bow glue melts from Amazon. I was on Three Rivers site, but I didn't figure everything out and figure out which one to get and pull the trigger. So I just got some kind of something to glue arrowheads on with.
If you needed help with that, you could have asked. I could help you.
Well, you were busy at the time trying to get out of your hotel, and
Hey,
I just went.
I always have time for archery questions, especially that's what I do. And I got a new bow. I want to show you. You probably haven't seen it yet.
All right,
I'm gonna go get it.
Go get it.
I'm getting it. Hold your horses.
I don't have any horses.
Not yet.
I'm not going to get a horse. I don't want to have to figure out where to get the hay from. Not to mention, I don't have space. I'm building a pad for a 12 by 10 storage shed, not a barn.
Shetland ponies. No.
Shetland ponies.
I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
I'd like to get a dog one day, but I'm still not even ready for that. So
okay, let me go big on this one here.
All right.
Here it is.
I'm trying to read it.
It says Atmos. Atmos.
Atmos. Okay.
See, there's Atmos.
Okay.
It's a 55-pound analyzed aluminum riser, fiberglass limbs, Dacron string. It's got the setups where you can use it for a counterbalance or a bow fishing reel. The setups for a flipper rest, or you can use it for putting a whisker biscuit style rest in there. These two holes here, you see here and here, you'd either put a sights or a clip-on bow clipper. And it fits, it's about 22 inches long when you break it down. So, and this thing is pretty much bomb proof. I could bury this, come back in 10 years and put it back together and still work.
It's fiberglass, none of it's wood?
No wood. Only thing I would probably have to replace would be the string.
You said it was Dacron. Is that particularly better than something else for
I
some?
prefer a Flemish style string, but that's what I'm used to. That's what I know how to make. And that uses B50 string, which I can make those. That's what most of my bow strings are made out of, because I make them myself. But this one here is one it took me 5 years to get this bow.
Why did it take 5 years for you to get that bow?
Something always came up, bill-wise, family-wise, and my taxes this year were much better than I've ever had in my entire life. That I could buy this bow and still put $2,000 back towards my family. So that's what I did.
Okay.
Which covered taking care of my family.
So I guess I'm not going to ask how many bows you have, but I'm just going to guess it's like over 24, right?
Actually, with my archery range that I run, yes.
Okay.
But that's not including my bows the bows that my son owns, which he had bought separately. He's got a personal bows. He has his own more than I do. I'm just slightly behind him. He's got more, like 5 quivers and all this. He's got bow quivers, side quivers, back quivers. I've got 1.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some archery questions now. So
Okay.
some of the trees that I have to take down, those are going to be those were going to be where I was going to hang like that tarp archery backdrop,
Right.
and so I can't use those. So I'm going to have to pick new trees. And how many pounds did those? It was like 7 tarps or something. How much did that weigh? 7 tarps.
Okay, the average tarp probably weighs about
14
6
pounds.
pounds.
I thought the average tarp weighs more.
It depends on how wide you want it. Mine are 10 by 20. Okay, and I have
With
6
a
of them that I
canvas?
use.
With a
No,
canvas?
so these are actually the simple heavy duty vinyl tarps.
Vinyl. Okay.
Yeah, you can get them from Walmart.
Right.
Simple stuff. They're not overly expensive, but you don't need one that wide. I use it for my archery range, which I use at Renaissance fairs and stuff like that, because I have a 60-foot wide backdrop set up when I have everything set up the way I want it. I've got pictures. I could, let me see if I
I
can
saw
find
your video, so
it. I've actually got pictures of the actual setup
okay.
on Facebook. Give me a second here. I'll see if I can find a picture of it that I can show you. That way you can understand what.
So totally, you're for 7 tarps at
Well, 6 tarps technically. 6.
6 tarps at you said how much pounds each?
Say it again. About 6 pounds.
So 6 times 7, right?
About 42 pounds total.
So it's not impossible to lift up. I mean, you did it with. I couldn't use. I don't know if I could use bank line. You have to have a steel cable.
I actually used a 20-foot dog run cables, the ones with the 2 clips on the end.
Oh, right.
I actually have a video on it.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it, but it was a while ago, so I'm trying to remember because it's just my backyard situation is changing because of the storage shed that we're, house pad that we're building.
You can make one that's only 5 by 10 or 5 foot wide. You don't need a lot of width. This long is bigger than your target.
Right. It's just I don't want to accidentally hit somebody 3 streets down. Because I'm just new to it.
Being careful where you're where you have it set up is the biggest thing. But I mean, it won't take a lot of space to set up a target. If you've seen Johnny Harper use his target, he did his own version of my backdrop. Jeff Jackson, who was in here, has his version of my backdrop. And the thing is, you can make it adjust it to what suits what your needs are. I go big because I actually have the 6 tarps put together is what I use because I have heavy bows that can go through 2 easily. But it just takes some, getting used to it and figuring out what your needs are and what you can use them for, that kind of thing. I'm just trying to find some really good pictures of my backdrop.
Yeah, it's just that it's just right about now when I've got the excavator here, so I'm starting to get serious about the backyard and where I'm going to put things, where I'm going to plant things, and so where the trees are, where the raised beds are going to go, and where I can set up an archery backdrop and stuff like that. It's all getting sorted out in like the first week of July. So,
yeah, you could do like a 5 by 8. I mean, 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall. Or 8 feet wide, 5 feet tall. Doesn't matter.
So
and just go what your budget can afford to do, and then you adjust it to suit whatever your needs are. If you need an extra one, they're not overly expensive to add another tarp to it. And you use, I use shower curtain rings and the dog run cables to hold it up on
Did
fence.
you use a pulley at all to if
No pulleys.
no pulleys?
Nope. I clipped the shower curtain rings through the grommets on the tarps. And I
Right.
attached those to the dog run cables, which are split
Right.
between the two fence posts, which are attached to quick links attached with hose clamps.
Hose clamps.
Hose clamps hold the quick
right.
links, and the dog run cables clip to the quick links to stretch them out. And you can use any
You
kind
got the dog
of,
run cables at Walmart too?
yeah, I can get everything from Walmart, exception of the fence post. The fence post I picked up from a fence post store. Yeah, it was a lumber store. They were on clearance. 8-foot fence posts.
I'm planning on using trees instead of fence posts.
Trees work too. You can use the same setup for trees. It just depends on, if you use a longer dog run cable, you can wrap them around the tree itself and clip them to themselves to hold it up. That way you don't have to worry about strapping them down or anything like that, as long as it's taut across the top. And you just run your tarps through on the things there. I like having 2 rows of dog run cables so I can hang multiple tarps on them that are back to back sandwiched. That way you have a little space between to give a chance the arrows to have enough drag to stop the arrows. Depending but I don't use broadheads on these. These are mainly for like target points, not broadheads.
Right.
That's the thing, you need to make sure on. Because I had somebody actually shoot a broadhead at it. It stopped the arrow, but it kind of ruined one of my tarps, which I was really torqued off about because he didn't tell me he was doing it.
Yeah. Okay. I would. Don't the center of the tarps over time get kind of beat up and?
Yeah, that's why the thing is that I don't put the same tarp at the same location every single time. I kind of rotate them.
Oh, that's.
But I don't. I do the because my tarps are a little bit different than most because I do a full-size tournament archery range at 20, 30, and 40 yards. So I got one target in front of each section, which is basically 2 tarps, which works fine for the lower poundage bows and stuff that I normally use. And I never put the same target at the same distance on the same set of tarps in a row because I kind of swap them around, less damage in the same area. But as they wear out, they're not too expensive to replace. That's another issue, thing I like about it. About $20, $25, you buy another tarp, throw it up there. Throw the other one away or recycle it or whatever you want to do with it.
All right.
Hey, JD, thanks for coming. Happy Father's Day. And hey, Evan, love your new kitty, Hank. Say hi to Hank for me. Sorry, Evan just got a new kitten.
Oh, okay.
So he had a video, an hour-long live stream out last night. I kind of missed it. Or Friday night, I think.
I know cat videos do well on YouTube because there's no censorship issues.
Yeah, yeah. I got one too, see? Hey, Mac, come on. Okay, hey.
How's your cat adapting to the new place?
Oh, he loves it. He loves being able to go up. He's got about 1 billion windows to go look out instead of just the one from the hotel room. He checks out. He gets in every high place he can.
I mean, cats are like that.
He's actually pretty cool. As long as we get to let some windows open the window blinds and stuff like that. Because like over here, we got the pull down blinds. We just got to let one up a little bit where he can look out there, or he can get up on the buffet and look out the window there, or the one in the kitchen, or our bedrooms, or out on this porch here. I'm talking to Hawaii Volcano Squad.
Aloha. Yeah, I am the Hawaii Volcano Swan.
Please forgive me. I don't know your first name, so I don't
Steve.
know what. Steve. Okay, I apologize. I've never asked, so I'm not sure if it's okay for me to call you that or
No,
not.
people just call me HVS because it's quick and simple and easy.
Every time I see HVS, I keep on thinking about vacuum systems for house vacuum systems. Don't ask me why, but that's just what comes up when I see that initials. But
I was something around here to make a vacuum cleaner sound. Let's see, what's this?
well, thanks for letting me know what your name is. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
But I'll call you HVS if that's what you would rather be called. Your
well,
choice.
that's what everybody. I'm not used to it. Let's see. Wait a minute. It. There you go.
That's
I've
funny.
got a rocket shark that came with a house.
Now, we were supposed to go fishing today with my boy, but with the lightning and rain today, made it not safe where we were planning on going. Too open, too much water, and I'd rather not be struck by lightning.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Which reminds me,
So what
before
do you-
the next storm, I'm
Backtracking a little bit. What do you think of the bow, though?
all right. Are we going to see a video of you shooting this at something?
Yeah, we will. I do have a plan to go do some shooting with my bow, the new bow and everything. Let me get out of here real quick. Yep, there we go.
Hey, don't want to miss my avatar.
And I do plan on doing going down to the Red Rock Archery Range, which is an outdoor archery range, to do another video of shooting and a get together with some of the people from Iowa. Maybe even get JV to come. We can do some shooting down there. You know, it might be a little of a trip for him because he is from South Dakota. But I have so many bows.
So, since you're in Iowa, can I just ask you what the situation down is with all the farmers? Is there any drought problems? Are there what's going on with all the farms in Iowa, if anything?
As I'm not a farmer, I don't know.
Oh.
I work in an alcohol distribution warehouse, so I don't know what's going on.
They use grain, don't they?
I work in a wine warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Distribution. And what's surprisingly enough, we do have quite a few Iowa-based wineries that we deal with, which is really surprising. Which are, what I've been told, are surprisingly pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know about
when you said you were in Iowa and you had farmers and you worked in some kind of alcohol distribution distillery. For some reason, corn liquor went straight into my head. So I thought,
oh, don't get me wrong. There's probably more than a few people who do, but we actually stopped carrying beer even about 7 years ago. Not because we don't carry in our corporate wide. We do have sections of our company that deal with the beer. They just moved it out of our warehouse. We deal with the high-end wine sections and mixers where we're at. I just didn't want to mention where I work online. That's why I just call it a wine distribution warehouse.
okay,
Or alcohol distribution warehouse.
I wasn't trying to probe.
Oh, it's fine. Just, I don't even drink, which is really funny. And I've been there for so long. Oh, good, JV. It'd be awesome to have you come down and do some shooting. Say it again.
Yeah, it's just a job, right?
Yep. And I don't mind. I mean, I get some free perks and stuff like that. I've actually picked up some free merch from when they clear out what is called the POS room or point of sale room. You like the stuff you see on giveaways and stuff they have at stores and things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they order too much and they don't get a chance to get rid of it. And it sits and it sits and sits and it's either that they throw it out or they give it away.
Well, isn't the wine supposed to get better over time?
Well, no, I'm not talking about wine. Like you've seen the ones that have the giveaways for like the free coolers, the free bikes, the this, that, and the other thing. They have little contests for.
Oh, I see. The merch, the associated merch, right?
Yeah. And we've gotten free bicycles before and things like that. But one of the things I picked up a couple years ago that I've never used was an ice fishing tent, which is like, why? I don't know, but we got one. But that was right after we got rid of the beer and the beer products, and they had to get rid of a lot of the alcohol related, beer related merch.
Ice fishing is related to beer somehow.
Fishing and beer go hand in hand. And
Right.
If you don't believe me, talk to JV. I'm sure he can agree.
I was talking about ice fishing though, but okay.
Yeah, fishing's fishing. But
I won't get into that. But
I don't drink, so I don't know. I'm not to say I've never drank. I just that I gave up drinking years ago because I made a promise to somebody to give up something, and I gave up alcohol, and I've kept it ever since. So I've got this gear. I wanted to go ice fishing eventually, but I got the ice fishing tent by accident because I asked for a tent. If they had a tent, they could give me. And next thing I know, I got a clam ice fishing shelter, which is a really nice brand new one. It's in the bag. I've never used. So I'm going to give it a shot. Actually, I'll probably have JV out. We can go do some ice fishing and see what happens. Because he can show me about it, and I can just use the gear that I've got. And
there's some place where you can do that by where you live?
I know places where I can go. Because I know lakes that over the winter, before we moved, that Ian and I have scouted out where we've seen other people ice fish before. And we've been places where we've been hunting before. We come across ice fishermen. And twice this year alone, we ran into two different ice fishermen from New Zealand here in Iowa, which is really freaky because they moved here. Why, I don't know, but they did.
Maybe they got tired of sheep.
I don't know. One got married, moved here because his wife is from here, and
Okay.
they were
Family.
ice fishing and we were hunting and all that stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like they moved. Yeah, if she's from here, then her family's here. She wanted to be near her family.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
And he was out here, he had an ice fishing tent with him and his son and his friend, and they were just catching fish, and we chatted with them for about a half an hour. It was awesome.
I mean, I've seen ice fishing on Alone, that reality show Alone, and it's like they usually are short on hooks or lures or something, and sometimes the fish get away, and it's really annoying when.
I've never even been ice fishing. I lie. My son and I went to an ice fishing class right before the winter was over, and we used a bottle to try to ice fish. We didn't catch anything. We didn't have a chair to sit on or anything like that. We didn't have our gear with us. We just went to someone else's class. They were holding it, and it was a free class. We showed up. They got us ice fishing. We didn't catch anything. Then we went home. So that's about my only ice fishing experience I've ever had, and I know I've got better gear for it. I just haven't never done it. And JV, we will not have beer when we go, unless you want root beer. I can bring that because Ian loves root beer.
How about ginger beer?
Which is really funny. My company sells ginger beer as a mixer.
Right.
And
For
that stuff is nasty. Ugh.
Well, I've had some nice tasting ginger beers. The Fever Tree ginger beer. I mean,
We sell that. We sell Fever Tree.
You think that's nasty? I thought it wasn't that bad.
already have alcohol in it, so I can't touch it.
Oh, it does. I don't think it did. I didn't think
It does.
Wow, I didn't. Well, it's used in Moscow mules, so usually
You got that too.
the vodka was the alcohol, and the ginger beer was just for flavor.
Right.
I didn't know it was had any in it. I didn't see anything on it, but it said alcohol. But
JV, we're not going to bring beer, and you're going to keep your clothes on if we go. Okay.
You're going
I
to
don't
be
want to see that.
naked and afraid ice fishing.
No, I'll bring my my heat buddy and stuff like that to keep the ice fishing tent warm and stuff.
Yeah, I think the hard part on Alone was is breaking through the ice, breaking a hole through the ice in the middle of a lake, and finding a spot that was thick enough so they wouldn't fall into the lake when they were digging a hole. And
I don't know. I've got a
tool
ice auger. I've got a hand crank ice auger. I mean, I don't want to know how they do it on Alone.
Yeah, they were using more bushcrafty methods, and nobody had an ice auger on the show. It's a reality show, so they
probably used a hatchet or something.
Yeah, something like that, or they fashioned a spear, or they used an axe or something. I can't remember. It was last season.
Okay, that is so funny.
Yeah. You don't want to scare the fish away.
He didn't want to scare me away. No. It's going to be interesting. I would love to go rabbit hunt stuff with JV just to see what we, either do it with bows or small rifles or shotguns or whatever. Just do some stuff you can just have some fun with.
What kind of fish are you going to be trying to catch in these lakes?
The thing is, I don't know because generally, like I said, I've never done it other than a little bit, and I didn't know what to expect. So I would be happy to catch anything. If it's of the size that you can keep, we wouldn't have to worry about keeping a cooler too badly because we just throw it on the ice and be good to go. Because it's already frozen there, Okay, Evan, you're too young for that joke. I'm not sure if you saw that one or not.
Fishing with a fun kind of worm.
If he was naked, I think that's what he's doing. But walleye, pike.
You don't have to explain it.
Huh?
I got it. You don't have to explain it.
Okay, I got it right off the bat. That's what I said. They go, okay. But it's cool. We'll figure something out. But I am not going to be staying up too late, guys. I wasn't expecting to be on this long, to be honest. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to show because it was like a last minute idea. But thank you, Steve, for coming up here or hanging out. I learned a lot from you about your area. And if you need any more questions about the archery backdrop, let me know. I will help you. Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's. I think I got it from your video and what you told me here. It's just a question of getting the excavator in here and then picking some trees, mostly. And
make sure you have a decent width between your trees. 8 to 10 feet would be ideal, right? Because you don't need much for practice. As long as you have it for safety, watch out what's behind your target. If you want to add extra thickness or something like that, check with people who have, let's see here, I want to say horse stall mats. I'm not sure if there's a lot of people who have horses have old horse stall mats that they use for like padding or something, insulation that can be used to help stop things. Old carpeting is actually a really good backdrop material too if you want to use that.
I bet I could find some old carpeting at the dump.
Yeah, a 12 by 5 foot of carpet over the same system works just as well.
Well, I'm gonna have plenty of lumber from the trees we're knocking down, so you know, I can use. I can set up. I can set up a bushcraft. I could put like I'll just tie. I'll find two trees the proper distance apart. You said 8 to 10 feet. Then I can put like two uh, logs and tie them with like bank cord onto the trees, and they'll have a flat top, and then I'll just put one log going in between the trees, and then I can pretty much just hang the tarps from it.
Right, exactly. Like I said, or if you want to go with find someone who's throwing out some old carpeting, especially the industrial carpeting type, about 8 to 12 feet long. 12 feet would be better than about 5 feet wide. Throw it over the top. Don't even have to secure it. Just let the weight hold it down,
Right.
and just it should stop your arrows just fine. And if you could do it, find recycled one that just people are throwing out anyway. That saves you money right there. I'm sure people are doing projects like that all over the island.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw one YouTube video where somebody built their entire house, their residence, out of stuff they got from the dump, which is like a little over the top for me, but I think I can find some carpet somewhere.
Carpet, like I said, you can use the carpet is just as good as use as anything else. Hey, LT, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me on.
I'll probably be on until 11:30, folks. I mean, I don't have to be as early on Mondays as I usually am, but because I have to be at work at 7. But I'm just, I need to go tuck my wife in, which I haven't done yet. It's been a day. I wish I could have gone out and done something with my boy, but I didn't because of the rain. I'm not sure if you saw what my wife and son got me.
What did they get you?
This book.
Robin.
It doesn't seem like much to you, but I used to have the original copy of this book.
Robin the Hood. Is that Errol Flynn?
No, this one is by Howard Pyle.
No. I mean the picture in the front.
I'm not sure who the picture is. I think it's just someone's general idea of what Robin Hood looked like.
Oh, okay, so it's not
I kind of like the picture. The picture's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's kind of dressed like Errol Flynn was in the movie.
Yep, but without the goatee though. He didn't have the goatee.
I don't remember.
Errol Flynn had the goatee. And that kind of thing, so. Okay, is that electrical conduit, Jeff, or not? That would work too. I actually, if you got 2 pieces of electrical conduit, about 10 feet long each, with a bend out of the 2-foot range on each side, with a connector in the middle, jammed into the ground, it would work as a backdrop too. Thank you, Shadow Dancer. Yes, we have been out of the hotel since the 2nd of June. We would have been out on the 1st, but we paid for an extra day. We couldn't get our money back. So we spent an extra day at the hotel due to the fact of that. Because it'd be a waste of, $70 if we just went from there to here.
Well, it depends how bad you wanted to get out of the hotel at that point, But
yeah, but the thing is, I didn't want to waste $70, especially since a lot of the money that kept us there was the money that you guys helped raise, and I didn't want to waste that because we couldn't get it back, unfortunately. So
it's kind of like the same logic of like, well, I have to eat, if you have like some canned Vienna sausage, but the can is bulging, you throw it away or eat it because it costs 50 cents.
No, that's different. That's completely different.
You throw it away, but so it depends how bad you wanted to get out of the hotel at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been at your new place for 2 weeks now, so
we still got to get stuff moved out of the storage unit. That's the only thing that's going to take a little longer time, because with my hours at work, it makes it hard for me to unload here and upload, all that stuff. And Jenny's elbow is getting better though, which is nice. Oh, excuse me. I'm just trying to see what else everybody's saying. Thank you, Shadow Dancer. I really appreciate it. Five pairs of shoes. Okay, JV, I've got a question for you. How many fishing poles did you pack with you? And is one of them the pink one? I'm not sure if you knew he actually did a all pink video. Well, he was supposed to do an all pink video, but he dropped his phone in the water. He had pink outfit on, pink lures, pink fishing pole, everything. Wish I would have seen that. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun video to watch.
Well, I thought if he was going to do a pink video, he should have done something for like breast cancer awareness or something like that. Like, real men wear pink type of deal, where he can bring someone who's a cancer survivor or going through the process of.
Well, you
getting
can
over it.
do stuff just for fun. You can do stuff just for fun. It doesn't have to be about money all the time.
No. It has nothing to do with it. But the money he could have raised would be for research for them, that kind of thing. Which I lost my mom to cancer. I lost my older sister had breast cancer, and it's a cause I can get behind.
Yeah, cancer sucks. I mean, I lost my grandmother to esophageal cancer.
I understand completely. I've known quite a people who've lost their lives due to that.
Yeah, that's one of those things that mankind hasn't really figured out how to detect or cure, and it's one of those things that you just ask yourself, why does God allow this to happen and not let men figure it out? Make it so hard. Create this test that medical science seems like not completely useless against, but it's just so painful to lose people.
Folks, that's how many poles he brought with him. JV.
How many? I'm trying to look at me. Hit full screen.
Let's see here. He's got probably about a little over a dozen.
It's hard to see on the picture exactly how many. There's a bunch of poles leaning against the wall.
Let me see here. Let me make it a solo. Give me a second here. I've got to get close enough where you can actually. I'm counting about a dozen.
Okay, yeah, they're all leaning against the wall. I can see them a little better when you did full screen. Thanks.
Let me see what I can do here.
I didn't see a pink one, though.
No, I think he didn't bring it with him. There we go. That should be better.
Yeah, that's better. But there's nothing pink.
Nope, he didn't bring it. I know he's got as many. He pays more for his fishing poles than I do my bows. That's for sure. And I got to ask, did your flamethrower arrive yet?
I don't have a flamethrower. I have a Red Dragon propane torch.
Well, JV just bought a flamethrower.
Oh, from Classic Firearms, that one that they sell?
I don't know.
It's
He said he brought 17 fishing poles with him.
17.
One for each type of fish he's trying to catch. He's got a setup for each one. Which I can understand that different bows for different things for me, but I only have two style of bows: recurve, longbow. Well, actually, takedown recurve, takedown longbow.
Yeah, I'm the same way with firearms. Different. I mean, they
different uses.
They all go bang, but they do different things well, depending.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this is actually the second one I've ever purchased of a takedown longbow type. The first one got acquired by my son as soon as it came in.
So here's another archery question. When I go online on Three Rivers, how do if I want to get an extra bowstring, I mean, I have to measure the length of the one that I have, and then...
Actually, there's a way you can do it by looking at the bow that you have. It should have an AMO length.
What's an AMO mean? What does that mean?
That is, give me a second here. I don't never generally do that because I make my own. Give me a second.
Yes, but some of us are internet warriors. You know.
Okay.
Some of us cheat by using the internet.
Okay, it stands for Archery Manufacturers Organization. The standard length is like is the length of the bowstring plus 3 inches. So generally, a 66-inch AMO bow can take a 63-inch bowstring. So the actual length of the is 63 inches long for your bowstring from loop to loop.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to run out in the garage in the middle of the rainstorm and your
I
in the
understand.
middle of your show just to see what it says. But I'll
That's
look
fine.
tomorrow.
But that's basically what it means.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, that's helpful.
Most bows generally have them listed on their. Like, let's see here. I got my.
I don't sleep with my bow. I sleep with my Glock. So actually, my Tavor, but you know, whatever. Or my Ruger. My nightstand is the Ruger LC9S Pro with a Crimson Trace laser on it. But in the closet is my Tavor, and everything else is in the safe. Until I bury it somewhere in the backyard where
Okay.
Mr. Chipmunk from the ATF, or if he gets approved.
Okay. This is one of my original bows that I've got. This is actually the oldest recurve I own for me personally. This is my Damon Howitt Hunter recurve.
Is that the one you found in the?
No, this is one I bought. This is the first one I've ever bought. That was the Howard. That was the Fred Bear bow. That's in the other room. But I was going to show you because of this. That's the that's the poundage.
55,
That's the draw length.
28-inch bow, AMO 62.
That's the string length, and it's left-handed. This is the Damon Howitt Hunter.
But the string isn't. It doesn't matter. If you're left, right?
It's a 62-inch bowstring.
62-inch AMO.
Yeah.
But so the string can stretch, so you could make do with a 59-inch, right?
No, this one, when it says 62-inch, it's 62-inch. The bow itself, when it's strung, is about that long. This one here is a really old one. I don't use this one anymore because it's got a developed twist in one of the limbs. I usually have this up on the wall as a decoration. Because unfortunately, I cannot fix that.
But didn't you say that the string can be stretched 3 inches? So
it depends on the string material. Like with this one here, the Dacron string is an artificial string, and you actually have to. Like, I've had this thing strung for last week. When I first got it strung, it was like up here. But as it stretches, it drops down lower. This is about 8 inches, 7.5 inches right from here to here. Then this is the general measurement I use is this. And it needs a little bit more twisting, and then it'll be perfect. It'll be right exactly at 55 pounds, 55 to 56 pounds on the draw.
How do you measure the pound strength? It's exactly.
I don't have a bow scale to do that right now. It's one of the things I would love to get. I haven't had a chance to get. Basically, you would have a set of a place like either a nail or a bolt on the wall. You put the bow scale on with a hook on it that goes on to the bowstring, and you would pull this down this way, down this way. And as you're pulling down, the scale would measure when you have an arrow or something to show you how far 28 inches is, it'll give you the draw weight at that particular length of pole.
So you pull it down 28 inches, and then that tells you
The scale will tell you what the draw weight is.
why
Yeah.
why 28 inches. Why is
That's the industry standard. It's also my personal draw length.
Right. I don't even know what my personal draw length is, but
I think JV's is a little longer than mine. I think his is like 29 and a half or something like that, if I remember correctly. Jeff, I'm not sure what his is. I don't think I've ever asked. But an Evan is actually a lot longer draw length because he's 6'4", and he's pulling a 30-pound bow, but with his draw length, probably brings it up to between 39 to 42 because he's got really long arms. I just remember people. I just try to remember. I'm really good at picking out people's draw weights and draw lengths by what, listening to them and watching them shoot. 35 pounds. Okay. So that probably brings yours up to about a 42 to 45, Evan, with your draw length. Because he just got a new bow for his birthday. So I'm not sure what kind of bow did you. Is yours a traditional bow or is yours a compound?
Recurve.
Recurve. What brand?
I don't even remember. I answered this last time. I'll go
Is
look.
it a one piece or is it a takedown?
It's one piece.
Okay.
Give me like 2 seconds to tell you what, or 5 seconds to tell you what brand it is.
Okay.
Like, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I thought yours was 29 and a half, JB. But as you practice, your draw length will get a little longer. I don't get a chance to practice every day because right now I don't have a place to practice. But you can practice your draw anywhere. Okay, that's a respectable. So that means yours would be a little less than the indicator, Jeff. So yours is probably going to be running around 42 to 43 for your Grizzly, and it'll probably about 46 to 47 on your Ben Pearson, give or take. It's about per inch draw. It's usually about 2.5 pounds. So per inch that you draw.
PSE Pro Max Recurve bow package.
Okay.
I don't know if I could screen share on this, but I can.
Can you tell me what it is again? PSE?
62 inches. PSE Pro Max Recurve bow package. 62 inches.
Okay. That's your overall draw. It's basically the same as my other bow. That first one I showed you, that my Damon Howard, same draw bow length. Yeah. That's what you need. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking right at it.
Okay, let me get back to the StreamYard. Yeah, that's the one I have.
Not a bad bow.
Well, I imagine the person is more important, so than the bow. So if it's anything all like,
technique is everything. Don't get that in my case.
So
Thank you, Lonnie.
Practice. Let me know when you visit Hawaii. You can give me some tips.
I can. One of the things that people have been pushing me for is online bow lessons. Do a little bow tips when I get a chance to. I do plan on doing that. but beginners 101 in learning how to do traditional archery. I will be doing that in a series as soon as I can get myself settled here. We've
Well,
only been here 2 weeks. So
Or if you
far
want
from
to visit Hawaii and shoot boar, I can set that up for you.
Oh, that would be awesome. My Jenny would love to come visit. We definitely have to snag Johnny along the way.
Well, he's on a different island, so you know.
Like I said, we'd have to snag him along the way because I would not be able to go to Hawaii without having him meeting up with him because it would not happen. I would be cursed for life if I did.
Where did you come up with this curse from? Is this some archery curse, or it's just a YouTube curse, or?
I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just
Okay.
you don't diss your brothers. You just don't do it.
Well,
You know?
one island is, was he on Maui or Oahu? I forget.
He's on Maui.
Maui. Well, that is the closest island here to the big island is Maui.
You can just make a small commuter flight, or take a boat, whatever he wants to do.
Those aren't birds, Grace Martin. Those aren't birds. Those are coqui frogs from Puerto Rico. Is what you're hearing. Can you hear him, Colin?
I can hear him. I was going to ask you about what they were.
Those are coqui frogs. They're really small tree frogs.
Oh, okay. They're kind of that's cool. I do like frogs, but I hate to say this, but it is past the time I was going to close it down by 6 minutes because you got me wrapped up in archery, and that's one of my Achilles heels, so to speak.
So you were going to go live your life, but I asked an archery question, and then everything just went over.
It's my passion. It's one of my favorite things. But I will answer more archery questions later this week, probably this Thursday, more than likely. If I'm not on before then, just because I want to. But generally, I'll be up on Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. That's probably around 5 p.m. your time, I believe. No.
Did you say Thursday?
3 p.m. 3 p.m. your time, I think. 3 p.m. your time.
Did you say Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay.
If I show up any before that is because something interesting happens. But I got to go. So thank you for coming. I really appreciate you being up on my panel. Awesome talking to you. Learned a lot. And I got to show you off some stuff, which is really cool. Def, Dawn, Grace, JV, Steve, thank you for coming. Grace, you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming. Love you all. But I've got to go. Night, everybody.